Well, hello guys, MazeMega123 here, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at each one of the new Captain America Civil War sets and just comparing them to how well they did with the movie, which was recently released. And this video will contain spoilers for the movie, so if you don't want to be spoiled about it, then click off this video now and come back when you have seen the movie, because this video is going to have spoilers, so you have been warned, and yeah, let's get straight to it. And so we shall start off with the smallest set of the wave, which actually surprisingly was a lot more accurate to the movie than I thought it would be. We'll take a look at the minifigures last. So the actual Jeep itself isn't too accurate to the movie, but it does appear, and there is a Jeep that does actually have a turret on the top which Crossbones drives. It just doesn't really look like this. It should have had more of a tan colour as well as the brown instead of the black, and be a little more armoured up. But overall, it was a nice addition to the set, and it does appear in the movie, which is pretty cool. And then inside, obviously you get the briefcase, which in the movie is a little biohazard that they are collecting, and so they just represent that with this clear stud. But they could have done it with a small kind of lightsaber blade piece, but that might have been a bit too long. So I'm really impressed with what they did with this set, because it's actually not the most inaccurate set in my opinion. And so Red Wing is also pretty accurate. You just needed probably a little more red to him, but overall the shape is pretty cool. And if you flip the wings, so obviously this is how they tell you to make him, but if you flip the wings around like that, it does actually make him look a lot more accurate to the movie. And then the Avengers cycle isn't in the movie, but Black Widow does ride a bike, so I can understand why they included that. And then with the figures, Falcon is probably the most accurate one in this set to the movie, and all of them are pretty cool. So obviously he's got the wings there and then torso, and you can put Red Wing on his back, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Falcon is definitely the most accurate to the movie. Now Crossbones, obviously there was a lot of complaints about him having this rebreather piece. After seeing the movie, I actually do now understand why they gave it him, because there is a scene where he does wear kind of a mask over his mask so that he can breathe, because they're in an area with a lot of toxic gas. So yeah, it makes sense why they included that, and now after seeing the movie, I'm actually kind of glad they did include it. And even without the rebreather piece, he is still pretty cool and looks pretty accurate. Just kind of wish they gave him a helmet over a regular head instead of giving him a printed face. It is still pretty cool. And Black Widow is definitely the least accurate in this set, simply because they gave her her Age of Ultron form, and the hair is inaccurate as well. They should have given her this hairpiece and recolored it in this kind of orange colour, because it isn't available in that colour. But she is still a pretty cool minifigure, and it was nice to get the Age of Ultron version in a smaller set. So overall, the Crossbones Hazard Heist is a pretty accurate set, and I kind of wish they added Scarlet Witch in instead of Black Widow to this, because she did play a big role in this scene, and she's actually the one that kind of causes the Sokovia Accords to be put in place. And yeah. So now moving on to the Black Panther chase. And this is probably the most inaccurate set of the whole wave, mainly because this whole Jeep that you get for Captain America doesn't even appear in the movie, and the Black Panther's jet doesn't appear in this scene in the movie, but it is in the movie for a brief moment. But all you really get to see of the jet is just a quick look at Black Panther in the cockpit driving it, and that's basically it. So you don't really get to see the shape of the jet, so I can't really tell how accurate the jet is, but it is nice that they included it because it is actually in the movie, which I was happy about, because I honestly thought that it wouldn't be in the movie. Instead of giving Captain America this Jeep, which was still a pretty cool build, they should have given him a police car, because in this scene he does have to steal one to catch up with Black Panther. And really the most accurate part about this set that's accurate to the scene is the fact that Bucky gets his motorbike, because he does actually have that. But other than that, in the scene, basically, Black Panther doesn't have the jet, and Captain America has to steal a police car. So onto the minifigures. the minifigures are all really accurate. Now obviously the Age of Ultron version of Captain America has this bit of red here, but other than that, everything else about him was the same in the movie. So I wasn't really bothered that they just reused this minifigure, because there wasn't really much to change on him. Black Panther is definitely really accurate, and you can see there that the torso and the head are really accurate. Now, some people were complaining about the fact that he does have this Darth Maul kind of attachment piece. I'm not too bothered about it. His head definitely looks accurate to the movie, and he was a really cool character in the movie. And Bucky, he is really accurate as well, and I really like the amount of detail they've got on his arm. And a lot of the story revolved around Bucky in this movie. So yeah, overall a pretty cool set, just isn't the most accurate. So yeah, now on to the final set. And so the final set to compare to the movie is the superhero airport battle. This is definitely the most accurate set of all. So starting off with the small things, obviously we do get this little kind of cargo transporter thing. And this is actually pretty cool, because there are a lot of things being thrown around in this scene, and so it's nice that we get this. Not really sure if something like this appeared, but it probably did, and it's still nice to get it. And the little play feature is pretty cool as well. So yeah, nice little start to the set. Again, this is the most accurate set to the movie. And yeah, on to the actual airport tower. Now, I mean, it's pretty cool that we got this, because you can't really make the actual airport because it is so big. And this is a nice little build that they gave us to represent the airport, and the play feature with Ant-Man and the boxes was pretty cool as well. So yeah, the airport tower, and then obviously the exploding walls was pretty cool, because there were a lot of explosions in this, and there was a scene where Spider-Man kicks through a window and goes into the airport, which is pretty funny. So yeah, now on to kind of the main part of the set. This is obviously the Quinjet and Giant Man. So the Quinjet is really accurate and does actually appear in this scene, and yeah, it is nice that they gave it us, because this is my favourite of the 3 Quinjets we have. And so obviously you can put Bucky and Captain America inside this thing, and then on the back the rope coming down, which is really accurate, because they do use this to escape from Team Iron Man, which is a nice little addition. Now one thing I would have preferred in this set is, instead of having Agent 13, who really did not appear in this scene very much, I would have rather had Vision and Hawkeye, because Hawkeye was pretty cool in this scene, especially when they're shooting Ant-Man. So yeah, I would have preferred to have Hawkeye and Vision in this set, or Hawkeye and Spider-Man, or Vision and Spider-Man, whichever 2 combinations would be pretty cool. But yeah, the Quinjet is pretty accurate. Now, Giant Man is probably the most inaccurate part of this whole set, simply because he kind of represents the Ant-Man we see in the Ant-Man movie, rather than the one we see in Civil War. But it is nice that we get him. Obviously, the belt is not like this in Civil War. So yeah, but he is a really nice build, and I'm glad they included him, because he is really good in the movie. And obviously Spider-Man makes a reference to Empire Strikes Back when he's trying to tie up Giant Man and make him trip over, like the AT-ATs, which is pretty cool. So onto the minifigures, quickly. They also included this little Ant-Man trophy figure, which was also a pretty nice addition, because Ant-Man does go small and actually gets inside Tony Stark's suit. So first off with the minifigures, Scarlet Witch, really accurate to the movie, and I really like how they changed her powers from the blue swirls to the pink ones now, and the hair is a lot more accurate as well. So she is definitely pretty cool, and she has a nice role in this scene. Agent 13 is accurate to the movie, she just really wasn't in this scene, and I would have preferred to have Vision and Spider-Man, or Vision and Hawkeye in this set. Captain America, as I said, in the Black Panther chase, pretty accurate. And again, same with Bucky. And then as for Iron Man and War Machine, these are probably 2 of the most accurate figures of this wave, and definitely my 2 favourite figures of this wave. So Iron Man in his Mark 46 suit is pretty cool, and the torso is really accurate. And yeah, and then War Machine, really nice minifigure. And obviously, if you have seen the movie, you will know that he does actually get shot down by Vision. So if you're still watching at this point and you didn't want that spoiled, you were warned earlier in the video, so don't post any comments about that. But yeah, definitely a pretty cool minifigure. And so now basically onto my final thoughts on this overall Civil War wave and how it does compared to the movie. And so overall, my thoughts on the Civil War wave: this is definitely a pretty cool Marvel superheroes line, and the sets are definitely very accurate to the movie. Obviously, as I said, the most inaccurate is the Black Panther chase, which is still pretty accurate because the only thing we don't actually get that's in that set is the Jeep. And the airport battle is the most accurate, but the only thing is with this wave, I really do wish we did get Spider-Man, Hawkeye, and Vision in it, because they were pretty important in the movie. But obviously, as you know, there is a 4th Civil War set which has been rumoured, and hopefully we do get Hawkeye and Vision, or Hawkeye and Spider-Man, or all 3 of them in that set, and I will really like that. So yeah, overall my thoughts on the Civil War wave: definitely pretty accurate to the movie, definitely great sets, and I definitely recommend that you get them if you're a fan of the Civil War story. So yeah, that's it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.